All right, let's go ahead and get started. What's going on, y'all? Happy, what is it, Thursday? Happy Thursday. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me turn the music down a little bit. Should be good. I went ahead and I'm trying to problem solve for both. So I went ahead and got a little royalty-free playlist going. So hopefully I can play music loud enough for you guys to actually hear it, and then also not get blocked on YouTube. But good morning, guys. We have news coming out in 5 minutes, so we're gonna be waiting here. Well, 4 minutes, I guess, but we're gonna be waiting here until that news comes out. But we'll have time to go over some stuff before then. Also, let me know if the music is too loud. I know it's a little bit louder today than it was the last few days, but if it's too loud, let me know. I can turn it down. If it's good, we'll just leave it where it's at. Don't want you guys to go crazy with music being too loud, but let's see here. So a couple of things that we want to note, which is, let me come up here to the 1 hour time frame. We're looking at the S&P 500 futures chart. And a couple draws on liquidity here on the higher time frame. We've got these relative equal highs here on the 1 hour. We have a implied fair value gap on the 1 hour that I basically just marked as a potential target and a take profit. We have our current new week opening gap right here. If you look at what price has done so far this morning, we obviously had news pre-market, all bearish news releases. So market has reacted according to plan, as far as the news goes. So that's good. I don't think we need to be hardcore bearish because the market has already given us a bearish reaction from this news. Now let's see how pending home sales comes out, because that might play into our bias a little bit. But my bias as of right now, if anything, is a little bit more bullish. And on the smaller time frames here, we've got some of this price action going on in the 5 minute. We swept these lows right here, creating a 5 minute order block. We displaced up, obviously broke structure, market structure shifted. We've come back down now with this news. We swept this low. I believe this is the low that Alex was talking about in the Discord, and came in, filled this imbalance, tapped into this order block now a couple of times, and we're reacting out of it nicely. It did give a nice 1 minute reaction, and he did say that you could have caught a TP1 and been stopped out, because yeah, it gave 5 handles, and then it came right back to entry in a hurry here at this macro, which we're in the macro right now for the next 12 minutes. But yeah, I'm kind of anticipating that we can get long out of here, and to kind of tie that into the new week opening gaps that we are kind of up against right now. So on the 1 hour time frame, we pushed yesterday. So yesterday, guys, fun fact, I don't know if you guys saw this, we were this close to catching the actual low of this down move. We took TP1 and got stopped at break even afterward, and then price in the next hour just ripped, and then it ripped overnight again. If we toggle on this regular trading hours, you guys can see as well that we've come all the way up into this opening gap range, or opening range gap, and then now we've kind of created a new opening range gap right here. But to me, we've kind of filled in the majority of this, so I'm not stingy on the fact that we need to get down into here, because we've already kind of closed over 50% of this gap, and we still have 50% of the gap from Monday remaining. So just some things there to note. And then we did work above the opening range gap, close above it. So what I'm kind of anticipating we could potentially see on this 1 hour time frame, if we're going to get bullish, obviously, would be to see this this candle. Hopefully, I was kind of hoping to see a wick up higher actually with the close. We're going to be closing here in about an hour, or not an hour, in 30 seconds. Well, I want to see how this 1 hour candle closes. I kind of want to anticipate it closing without closing below this low. If this closes as just a wick, then I'm going to maintain a little bit more bullish bias, unless we get completely different price action coming into the hour and with the news release. But let's see how this candle closes. Let's see if we close below or not. Because yeah, I was kind of anticipating, as I was looking at it 15 minutes ago, I was kind of anticipating price to just wick down and then come back up. Since we did close above these highs, we closed above the new week opening gap on the 4 hour, the 1 hour, But yeah, we do have a 1 hour break here. Let's look at the 4 hour quickly. And the 4 hour just closed as well. All right. Thanks for making it easy on us. Yes. Let's go back to the main chart here. So I guess let's see what this hour brings. Let's see what the news release came out as. What is that? Bullish, I guess. So we're bullish on this this news release. One thing that I looked at when I went and back tested these news releases from the previous news release. Price did respect. Wow, there we go. Price did respect the pending home sales, meaning like it correlated with it instead of against it, which a lot of these news releases have been kind of opposite as of late. So, okay, 9 a.m. boom. Let's wait. I don't want to take this gap right now, simply because we did kind of do a shallow breach of this high right here just now. So I want to see if we're just going to push through a little bit more convincingly. If we do so, and we kind of slowly work back down to this gap, we can take it long. But what I don't want to do is get long if we're going to end up displacing right back down, because to me, at that point, it would look more like we filled this imbalance, took this liquidity, and now we're going to sell off. But as of right now, guys, yeah, based on kind of everything I've outlined, hopefully that all made sense. I know I kind of had to jump back and forth between the higher time frames and the lower time frames to kind of show you guys a little bit of everything. But I'm taking it all into consideration right now. And all we were waiting for is that news release. So as of right now, yeah, this gap is closed to me. This one right here. However, this 5-minute order block has been holding, and it makes me favor longs on NQ. Let's see what this looks like on the 1 hour. Oh yeah, oh wow. We've got old buy side liquidity resting as well from this high. You don't say. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna execute this trade, I don't think, anymore, guys. It looks like we're gonna displace up to it anyway. So just delete this idea for now. It was a good idea. I'm gonna keep the markup though. We'll see if it reacts off it. It was a good idea, but ultimately, yeah, we got S&T divergence now between these two, which is a sign of a reversal coming just in general. And then, you know, we did get through this low. I didn't feel like this was enough to grab liquidity. At least it's not what I would have wanted to see. But like I said, it doesn't mean that it still took the low for sure. So, but yeah, if we can get some displacing price here up on Nasdaq, we can look to get long inside of the gap on NQ instead of ES. If we get it on ES instead, then we'll do that. We'll take whatever we're gonna get. But yeah, SMT divergence is definitely a good sign. We'll see if it leads to something here. Obviously, we know that the news was bullish for this pending home sale. It's only a medium impact though. NQ still forming SMT, guys. It's just a little bit more noticeable now. Doesn't really matter what they'll use. We'll see though. Yeah, I mean, if this order block doesn't hold, then at that point we'll focus on this low and this low. And then obviously that would mean that this gap ended up being the chosen one. Let's see though. I want to see, ideally I'd like to see a shift above this high. This 1 minute just opened up and obviously touched this gap ever so gently. Hopefully that's not what leaves without us. If it kind of pushes from there, then yeah, we can come to this 2-minute fair value gap. Not really a huge deal. And there's a 3-minute gap here as well. So yeah, I guess let's anticipate that for this next candle close. We'll see where this candle closes. So we got about a minute 10 seconds or so. Let's see if we get a... Let's go purple today. Let's see if we get this gap left alone. Leave these highs intact. We got these highs to target still. If we shift above this high, it'll be kind of a bonus. There we go. Yeah, let's plan to get long inside this gap, guys. There we go. We're starting to get displacing price up. Welcome, SPX. We've been waiting on you. Which still lines up with this gap, guys. So we still have this 1-minute gap left. Doesn't really matter what time frame you're looking at. The only way we are gonna miss this is if it just rips, and this was the only entry possible. Which, by the way, happened the very moment this candle opened. It popped down in and went back up right away. So that would have been tricky. It would have just been hard to catch the entry you would have wanted. But yeah, let's anticipate this, guys. Perfect. 4.5 handles puts us below the lows. And below 50% of that, mean threshold of that order block. 5-handle TP1. Where's these highs at? 10 handles. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. So I'm gonna get long into this gap, guys. So just get ready. I'm gonna try to market execute here. Unless we get some time, then I'll switch over to a limit. Might get some time. All right, 41.75. Boom. 18. Buy limit. Yep, should be good. Perfect. All right, so I have a limit order set. I'm gonna try to market execute this on MetaTrader when it comes back. Let me send this in the Discord really quickly. It's coming back quick, it looks like. Gotta get ready over here. I'm not gonna take ES and EU at the same time. So like if this alert triggers, feel free to take it if you want. I'm just not gonna be in both at the same time. But if this rips and then EU activates, we'll send it. We might not even get it though. All right, y'all. Hard work is done. The hard work is done. Let's wait and see. I'm in. All we can do is accept our fate now, guys. We did our job. We already ran this liquidity. Targeting this liquidity. Tapping into this order block now. We'll extend this for potential TP3 up here. Hey, all right, get ready to partial. I'm gonna do the same thing on this account, guys. I'm gonna roll my stop to break even on this trade at TP1, but I'm gonna partial on MetaTrader, all right? Get going. This is what happened to us yesterday. Price came down, tapped, and went. I don't hate it. I just wanted to do what it did yesterday and come back to break even afterward. But hey, don't listen to me. Go hit TP1 first. I mean, I really don't care. Like, just go hit TP1. Goddamn, Chop City is right. Chop City is right. I mean, as long as we hit TP, I'm glad that we're chopping around in profit instead of in drawdown. That's way more fun. I know you guys develop this almost this constipation condition when we're in drawdown. I know how it can be. You don't breathe. Your butthole's puckered up as tight as it has ever been in your life. You go to drink your coffee and you're like shaking and stuff. I'm getting ready to partial. All right, boom. Partial. It was quick. You might not have got like a full. Okay, there you go. There you go. TP one hit, guys. Remove your risk. Let me move this up. There we go. Good work, gentlemen, ladies and gents, and beautiful people. I don't know if there's any women on here, to be honest with you. TP hit at everyone. Boom. Sick. Get going. Honestly, I'm going to trail my... oh, grabbing the wrong thing, bro. Come here. I'm going to trail this up. I'm just going to secure 5 handles. I'm not doing this on MetaTrader, guys. I'm just doing this on this account. Because we've already reached... For me to get nothing out of this trade after moving 8 handles or whatever this is, 8.5 handles, I'm okay. I'll just do this. Hopefully we can get up here, though. That'd be nice. All right, yeah. So there's a chance I might get stopped in profit on this Top Step account. That's totally fine with me. I'm still holding MetaTrader, guys. So like, if you know, I'm gonna still be in this if it pulls back to here. But I will be fully out on Top Step at this liquidity, and I'll take another partial on MetaTrader, and then yeah, we'll hold for this will be TP3 up here, this order block. The close of that fair value gap, and then these 1 hour highs is going to be TP4. You bitch, get up there. Yeah, I know there's a gap here. You don't need to fill it right now. All right, whatever, do your thing. What do I know? Oh, good. I secured 0.5%. Let's see where we're at, guys, on this Top Step. Hope you guys are rooting for me. Let's go. Making my way downtown. We are getting there. Slowly but surely, chipping away at it. Love it. I don't know why others hate it, but what I think that people hate is the people who do mentoring. Yeah, I mean, there's probably a lot of... There's a ton of... Hang on one second. There we go. TP2 hit. Partialed. Oh, shit. Wrong one. Copy image. First SB trade for me. Got it. Congrats, Brad. I don't know if you're on here or not. TP2 hit. TP3 is... Yo, Youth. Shout out for the news, man. Appreciate you. TP3 is up here at this order block. Up here, which is 41.58 on the ES chart. But just look at your chart. If you're looking at like the 8-cap chart or something, just go off of this structure right here. So, but yeah, you guys can see, and hopefully, because I've talked about this a little bit, which is like the whole like, I know we're in the prop firm era in trading, but listen, there's a reason that everybody has a goal of getting funded and then funneling profits into a live account. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe you guys think this sounds like me making an excuse. I don't really care. But yeah, man, it's definitely harder trading on a evaluation for many different reasons than it is on live funds. I mean, that should go without saying, but so I would definitely say, like, yeah, even though we're in the prop firm era, still make it a goal to like funnel profits into a live account. or even take like a portion of your paycheck, for example, I don't know, or like go do a side hustle, make money, funnel that into a trading account, things like that. Basically what I'm like, I don't know, don't especially if you're struggling trying to get funded. Like right now, bro, I'll be honest with you, I'm not super, I mean, I'm ahead on this account, but like been at it for a minute. And like, yeah, I'm having a lot harder time trying to get funded on that than I am just friggin' making money normally on MetaTrader. And it's kind of stuff like that, right? Like, you know, I'm trying to get back in the groove of like, I need to have a trading plan for the challenge account and a trading plan for my actual account. And like, I'm so dialed in with my actual account because this is what I've been doing, versus like this, I'm kind of like, okay, well, you know, I'm gonna do TP1 and done, right? Or I'm gonna hold for TP2, so I'm getting at least over a 1 to 2, sometimes a 1 to 3 risk to reward, just depending how big the stop is. And then I'm like, well, yeah, I don't want to secure nothing, so I'm gonna secure 5 handles at least. If I get anything extra, it's just a bonus, which I think I'm gonna stick to doing that. But you guys can kind of see how you have to go about managing them differently. I mean, you don't have to, but like, I really feel like you kind of do, to be honest. But hopefully you don't take what I'm saying like too technically, but hopefully that makes sense. So it's just one of them things, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it's like a religion, just respect. Yeah. I used to, like, when I first found smart money concepts, I was definitely like, oh man, all these other strategies suck. And don't get me wrong, dude, like I don't like other strategies simply for the fact of it's not why the market's moving. That's more so like what's important to me. I like knowing why the market is moving and trying to be in moves based on like logic, not based on like, oh, we bounced off this EMA, we should go up now. That's just like, you're just hoping and praying. And I get that sometimes even trading smart money concepts, yeah, you will be wrong sometimes. And there's probably a lot of you that are like, oh, I feel like I'm hoping and praying sometimes. And listen, I don't know if that'll ever go away, but that's the thing, is like, nobody has a crystal ball. And even institutions are wrong 15 to 20 days out of the year. So this is but this is as logically sound as it'll ever get as far as any strategy goes. Like, think about what we did on this session. We had one potential bias, which was getting short. And then what did we do? Okay, we took this liquidity. We knew we had liquidity above, which we've now just taken out. And therefore, we kind of like shifted, right? As price was giving us more data, we shifted and said, okay, this liquidity's been ran. It's more likely now that we'll go take this liquidity. Because what is the market always looking to do? Rebalance and take liquidity. That's it. So therefore, we knew that this was a much more higher probability setup, is just, you know, getting long here. And it's funny how, like, you got to keep it simple, because one thing I was worried about at the beginning of the session is maybe I was going over too much stuff. Like, I didn't want this, like, going over new week opening gap stuff. Let's go look quick while we're waiting. But yeah, you guys should have risk removed, partial twice. I mean, I almost failed this thing. I was down, like, it's only a 3% drawdown rule, but yeah, I was down almost all of that, and then came all the way back. Here we are today. What's funny is by my renewal, because I paid one renewal, by my renewal, I was basically at break even. So like, the renewal didn't like put me back to 100K, and I was down 3% or 2%. Like, I got right back. I was like $50 in profit. So I just stayed where I was. And then yesterday we took a TP1. I was holding for TP2 fully, so I didn't get anything out of that on that Top Step account, out of that trade yesterday, because we got stopped at break even after TP1. So yeah, I've been making money on MetaTrader, but like, you know, you guys can see like the different dynamic, and like how, even though it seems such like a small difference, how it can make a big difference in your accounts. And that's why trade management, I feel like, is probably more important than actually like trade execution. Anybody, I feel like, can execute a trade, enter a trade, but it's like how you manage it really is kind of what makes or breaks you, because you got to be really, that's where like the emotions come in, is when you're in the trade, you're in drawdown, you're in profit, you're in blue, I don't want to see it go back to red, so I close it too early. I'm in drawdown, I don't want it to hit stop loss, I close it too early. Or maybe usually it's the opposite. Usually people don't have a problem holding a trade in drawdown, but they have a problem holding a trade in profit because they don't want it to go back to drawdown, or they don't want it to go back to break even. That was probably one of my biggest emotional hurdles, was doing that. I'd have no problem holding a drawdown trade or moving my stop loss and extending it for no reason. Meanwhile, like, I see a little bit of blue, I'm like, I gotta take it while I'm up. I do think we live in a weird little time in the trading community right now. We live in the prop firm era. And I do think you have, I'm not, just being mean, I'm just based on what I know is most likely true. You got people out there that have maybe even passed prop firm challenges, and they've got their certificate that they still brag about from 2019, 2020, when in reality is they blew that account the moment they got it. But now they're out here just telling you like, hey, listen to me, I'm a funded trader. But don't get me wrong, there are people that 100% are legit and credible and crushing it through prop firms, and I salute them. I got nothing but respect for it, because I know how challenging it is. But yeah, I do think there's people that have just kind of full ported and got lucky and get their certificate, and that's the end of it. And I would argue that people that have like a little bit more of a like good habits with their trading on like their own accounts and stuff, I would argue that you should probably expect them to be going really slow. Maybe you guys don't agree with that, but that's what I would argue. Because I'm not, even on my live account, I'm not going for home runs. That's why I'm partialing along the way. So even like when we get these TP4s, like, I can, depending on where these TPs hit and depending on like what our risk to reward was and all this type of stuff, I can get 2 to 3% out of a trade. But like, based on the risk to reward, everyone's like, oh my God, if I was risking 1%, I need to make at least 5%. Okay, buddy. Is that why you're profitable? Or not profitable? I used to be the guy that used to be like that's so funny. let me see that. I need to see my camera. I'm literally wearing a shirt right now that says anti 9 to 5 club. I'm such an idiot. I'm not an idiot because I like that mindset. I like the go-getter mindset. I'm gonna go fucking get shit done no matter what. I don't need a job. I don't want to be a slave to a job my whole life. I get it. I'm all for it. But that's terrible for like the newest person. It serves nobody. People that like, and I used to kind of be that person, but I just didn't know any better. I was so young. Anybody that knows anything will tell you that, yeah, you need to work your job, bro. Like, work your 9 to 5. Use that to funnel or like fund your dreams, fund your goals, fund your businesses, fund your trading. It doesn't have to be a job. Like, you don't need a job to make money. You can go hustle. You can go drive Uber. You can deliver packages for Amazon. You can build a network marketing business. You can do whatever, man. I mean, like, get creative. But yeah, I mean, income, even the Dave Ramseys of the world will tell you that your income is your number one tool for creating wealth. If you don't have income, you are fucked. Put that on a t-shirt. I mean, it is what it is. You need income. You can't do nothing without it. Get you some new money. All right, we got equal highs here. Oh, come on, one more push. I didn't close it yet. Oh, I was so close. I flinched. You might have. Oh, there we go. Boom. Boom. TB3. You dirty son of a. So yeah, guys, great trade today. Obviously, if we get this TP4, this is going to be a bonus. But we've gotten the run on liquidity that we wanted. This was definitely the main thing we were shooting for. Now that we're in this order block, this is a valid order block. So like, I'm not going to be super surprised if it turns here and goes lower. especially because we know what price looks like on the 1 hour with like that new week opening gap chart, etc. So, but yeah, this is very much in play. Obviously on the 1 hour, we already kind of went over this in depth. So yeah, we could very well see price push through here. If you want to leave a runner up to this implied fair value gap, I'll let that be up to you. But nonetheless, guys, yeah, great trade, great session. Hope you guys capitalized, made some money. I'll keep you guys updated if this hits. Otherwise, yeah, if you guys need me at all today, let me set an alert actually. Create. But I have a TP set on MetaTrader, so once it hits, it's gonna take me out automatically. And yeah, if you guys need anything, reach out. Happy Thursday. Enjoy your guys' day. And I will see you guys on this session tomorrow morning. All right. Peace out, y'all.